Hey everyone, I'm Eyeko Warrior, aka Julie, and welcome to my channel. If you stop by because you love seeing people do a get ready with me using new, or at least new to them products, then you're in the right place and keep on watching. Okay, so today's get ready with me, I will be using all of these products which I have purchased either in a haul, I received in a subscription box, I got via a trade, or God knows where it came from, but it's a product either I only swatched or held up and talked about in a video but have yet to put on my face. Let's dive in and start with this first product here, which is a lip oil from AOA. It is the Cherry Blossom Jojoba Lip Oil. I just need some moisture and figured why not start with a product I haven't really used yet. It has a subtle scent. I wouldn't say it smells like cherry, although it said cherry blossoms. I don't know what cherry blossoms smell like. It's nice, feels like a lip oil, not sticky, and is providing the moisture I desperately needed. All right, next product I'm super excited to try. I recently picked this up in a Temu haul. This here is from a brand called SENANA, and it says contour. Basically, it's not a contour. It's like a color correcting primer. Stila has a product very similar, which I believe this is going to be a dupe for. I've never used the Stila product before, so I won't be able to compare, but I did a swatch when I did the unboxing, and it did a really good job. So let's squirt some out, and when it's not mixed, you can see kind of the yellow, the green, the purple. But I'm going to throw some on my face and we're going to rub it in. And let's see if it covers any. I have a little bit of redness. My lights are so bright, I don't know what's picking up on camera. But let's just see what she does. Alright, after I touch my face, it gets very red. If I just sit here for 30 seconds, it will go back to normal. Let's take a look and see what's going on. It's giving a very slight glow, sunk into the skin. It's not tacky, but I still feel a little something. But again, I just finished applying it. I bet if I sat here for a minute, it would soak into the skin nicely. All right, let me do that. I will be right back with the next product. All right, my skin feels the same as it does after I use a daytime moisturizer. So that's a good thing. All right, on to foundation. But before I do the foundation, let me talk about a sponge. So this sponge here, I picked up recently from Temu. It came in a 4-pack, which looks like this. I selected this one here. If you're curious, this is what it looks like before you dampen it. These were exactly the same, and this is how much it expands when you do get it wet. And I wanted to compare it to this here. Excuse how dirty it is. This is a sponge from Shop Miss A. These seem very similar to me. They are about the same size. Now the slice is different. So the one from Shop Miss A is at more of an angle, where this isn't quite straight across, but the angle isn't as sharp, or I don't know, I'm not a mathematician, but you catch my drift. It should be fine. I don't know that the angle makes a difference. I just like having a flat area to pounce foundation on my face. Okay, the foundation I'll be trying today, this here is from Tarte. It's the Face Tape Foundation. This here is in the shade 12N Fair Neutral. Let's do 2 little squirts. That's what she looks like. It's a thicker foundation. Well, not the thickest. When I touched it, it wasn't running down, but after touching it, it's, I'd say, standard. Let's swipe some on my face and hope it's a decent shade match. It should be. If not, I will make it work. Okay, let's use the sponge from Temu, and you know, a sponge is a sponge. That's why when I see sponges on like Shop Miss A or now Temu, I'm like, who would pay $10 for something similar, or 20? Isn't the Beauty Blender actually $20 unless you get a half off? This is 50 cents because I got 4 for under $2. So, which is even way cheaper than the sponges from Shop Miss A, which I thought were a steal at like $1.55. Can't beat this price. Wow, I am looking like Casper the Ghost. Okay, so this shade, 12N Fair Neutral. Not my shade. Okay, note to self. Next time you order a foundation from Tarte, go up a shade. Wow. But once I get contour bronzer on, hopefully I will stop looking like a ghost, but at least now you know. I mean, technically it matches my neck, but ooh, looking like Casper. So here's my first thoughts on the sponge. It isn't quite as squishy soft as the one from Shop Miss A, but it's doing a good job. So I would say if you're doing a haul from Shop Miss A, grab these. They are slightly better than the ones on Temu. If you're doing a Temu haul, grab some from there as well. I forgot to mention with this primer, it does have a subtle scent of floral. Nothing too obnoxious, and it's not rose per se, but there is a scent there, and it is lingering slightly. All right, now for concealer, I'm going to be using this product here for the first time. I got this recently, I want to say in my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. It is from KVD Beauty, and it's the Good Apple Lightweight Full Coverage Concealer, and I have it in the shade Light 103. This here is what the packaging looks like. It looks like it's going to be a dropper, but it is not. It has a doe foot, the type that looks like a little shoe. And let's see how well this works under my dry, mature eyes. All right, considering how light the foundation is, this is even lighter, so it should help to brighten. The formula seemed to be a little looser than other brands, which I enjoy. I find if something's a little too thick, then it creases up and cakes up on me more. I will say 103 is very light, but I am fair. I don't know. I'd almost call this, is fair the lightest? Yeah, I guess it goes fair then light. Wait, didn't they say this was called light? Yeah, light. No, I would say this is fair 103. But I don't know my own brand, so I can only go off of what other brands will, you know, how they classify. And normally it goes fair, light, medium, and then you get into the deeper shades. But all right, let's add to the Casper look. Okay. Normally if you watch me, thank you. If you're new, welcome. I normally would put concealer or what was left on my finger on top. I didn't do that today because I will be testing out an actual eye primer I picked up recently. But before we move on to the eyes, let's be super adventurous and try out a contour palette. And I'm not saying adventurous for me using contour because I do contour. I'm saying being adventurous for using this really scary palette, which on all the days when this is like the lightest ever foundation, but we're gonna do it. This here is from Ace Beauty. It is the Ultimate Sculpt Face Palette. This is not like the deep version of the palette or the medium. No, they only carry this one palette. And I know several of you received this. I want to say this was in a BoxyCharm. And you were like, that's not usable. I'm going to give it a try and let's see if it is something you could actually use. I think I'm going to tap into this lightest shade. And this medium shade is a little too warm. I like the tone of this one. So I'm going to tap into both of those That's what she looks like. I'm gonna swatch it on the back of my hand. Okay, that is a little dark, but I'm just gonna go to town on the back of my hand to try to get off as much, and then cross your fingers for me. Let's see if I'm gonna regret doing this. Okay, I'm gonna grab the sponge I used to apply my foundation. Blend that out. Okay, that is not too bad. Now, keep in mind the foundation I used today was extra light. I didn't dip in. I'm just, whatever's left, I'm going to press it around. Okay. Now, did I go down a little too far? Yes. But I am pleasantly surprised. So when you look at the palette, it is scary how deep and dark it is. But I think if you just go light-handed and blend it out, it should work good. For the other side, I'm just going to swipe what's on the back of my hand and just try to match the chaos. Alright, I better get this off the back of my hand or it's going to end up everywhere. Let's move along to blush. This is the most recent product in my collection. I picked it up during the ULTA 21 Days of Beauty sale. This here is from Benefit Cosmetics, and it is the Willa blush. It comes in this little cardboard box. There is a mirror, and this is what the shade looks like. That is beautiful. All right, let's do the same. Whenever I haven't used the product, I like to tap it on the back of my hand to see how pigmented it is. And yes, okay, so that looks perfect for me, meaning hopefully it's the type that's buildable. It did not look scary, pigmented, like where you should be careful. So I'm just gonna dip right in and go straight on the face. Let me know. Whoa, okay, whoa. Do as I say, not as I do. Wow, okay. Gonna grab my sponge and kind of pounce that out. Not only did I go a little more ham, but my aim was off. Wow, I'm not dipping back in. I'm just, whatever's left. There we go. Better placement. Yowza. Now this brush could be part of the problem. It's more dense, and this actually might be a foundation brush. I don't know. I just grabbed the first brush in front of me. No problem. We will make it work. It could also be looking a little brighter than normal because this foundation is super light. I'm going to zoom in because I just noticed that the concealer is not looking so good. It's creasing. Okay. I feel like I need to fix where the blush came down a little too low, so I'm going to carve out a little more of that contour and kind of blend that in so it's not pink down too far. And then I'm going to take the sponge and just blend until everything looks slightly better. I'm looking a little clown-like, but I blame how light that foundation is. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll make it work. Don't you worry. I'm taking back everything I said about that blush. The blush is a little more pigmented than I originally thought. I think once my eye looks on, it will look more cohesive. Right now, I'm very pale, bright cheeks, and then nothing on my eyes. So just trust the process. I'm excited now about the highlighter. I picked up this JACLYN Hill highlighter, I want to say in the fall. And I really haven't used this much. So I'm going to enjoy using it today. And this is in the shade Iced. And if you haven't seen this before, it's kind of a champagne-y, slight gold shade. My lights are really bright. In real life, it's not quite as light as that, but it's still good for someone with my skin tone. I'm gonna see if what's on my finger will transfer to my cheek before I grab a brush. Oh yes. Okay, that is really pretty. On this side, I'm gonna dip in and swirl, swirl, swirl. Grab the sponge and done. All right, the under eyes are killing me. So I'm gonna do my trick where I grab an under eye moisturizer and plop it on to see if that won't help. This is not new to me. I use it all the time, but it works well, so I'm grabbing for it. This is from WLDKAT. It is the Orchid Stem Cell Magnolia Berry Adaptogen Eye Gel, and there's something about this. It's the texture. It's like a water cream, or it's very gel-like, and it just goes into the skin beautifully. I use it all the time on top of concealer, and it does a good job of not wiping away the coverage, but adding moisture, and hopefully this will help get rid of those fine lines. Crisis averted. The next product I am super excited about. Also, this was in a very recent haul from Ulta. It's from MAC. It's the Pro Longwear Paint Pot, and I have it in the shade Painterly. Thank you to all who left me a comment and let me know that it is a more dry formula, but it works beautifully on the lids. For some reason, I thought it would be more like a cream concealer, or just have a little more, I don't know, not be quite so dry, but I'm curious if I should use my finger or a brush. Maybe I'll do one eye with a finger and one with a brush. All right, I'm using my finger, by the way, the warmth of my finger, to just kind of get it started, and it doesn't feel quite as dry as that first time rubbing my finger in the product. All right, so wonder if I got too much or just enough. That is a good shade match for me. At first I thought it might be a little too dark, but that's what she looks like. I'm gonna try using a brush on the other side. Leave me a comment for those who told me that this is a little drier, but works great. Do you use your finger or a brush to apply this? Although I think using your finger, or the warmth of your finger, to get it started. So maybe it could be a mix of finger and brush. Okay, that is giving a little color. It's darker than my skin tone. You can mainly tell if you focus on my brow bone. I didn't bring it onto my brow bone, and there is just a very slight variation, but no worries, because eyeshadow will cover everywhere that primer is. All right, the eyeshadow I'm going to be using today, I picked up in a recent Temu haul, and this here is the Soft Eyeshadow by a brand called Dikalu. I don't know or think that this is one of their dupe palettes. I just really enjoyed the color story, which is a beautiful kind of spring-like neutral with some nice pinks. It's really giving me, when I think of cherry blossoms, this is giving me cherry blossoms. I'm gonna go in with this shade here. Not a lot of kick up. And now that this is dried down, the Painterly is a very subtle, it's giving me a little peachy vibe as well, but not as peachy as this eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna get this in the crease. Gonna pinch the brush and take that same color underneath my lower lash line. I'm now gonna go into this medium brown shade over here and deepen up the outer corner. This shade on the eyes doesn't look as dark as it did in the pan, so, and it's also giving me more a interesting kind of a peachy vibe, which is fine. I'm just saying in the pan it looked more brown compared to this peach, but on the eyes it's looking more peach. Now I'm gonna go into this kind of ballet slipper pink, and I'm just going to get it on the middle of the lids here and kind of blend it in with that kind of warmer shade. And I'm going to take my brush, pinch it together, and put a little bit of that pinky shade under my eyes as well. I do want to darken the outer corners a little more, and that was the darkest matte. This here is a shimmer, and it's dark though, so I'm going to use this shade and try to darken the outer corner. There we go. And it's not super shimmery, so I'm fine with a little bit of shimmer in the outer corner. Alright, I'm going to swatch the shimmer shades because I'm not sure if any of them are glittery. Oh yeah, that one's the glitter. Don't want that near my eyes. Alright, so glitter, shimmer, shimmer. Okay, yeah, do not want that glitter anywhere near my eyes. I just don't want to deal with the fallout. I don't have a glitter glue. So for me, no, but if you enjoy that, it has this kind of silvery. And then there's a pink and a little more kind of peachy orange. So I'm going to go in with this. All right, let's see. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty. It's like a medium shade of that pink. And I'm getting some glitter just because when I went to wipe this off, just glitter everywhere. So just know that's not from the shadow. That's from transfer. That's just the nature of when you put glitter anywhere. It just gets everywhere. Okay. Again, I'm just going to use this JACLYN Hill for the brow bone and the inner corner. I do this a lot using my highlighter. Particularly, not all palettes have a good light shimmer. Plus, I usually am using an Oh-phoria highlighter, which works fantastic on your eyes. I'm just going to take a clean brush and blend because I thought the JACLYN Hill would be closer to how the Oh-phoria works, but it was a little more pow. It just needed a good blend. Okay, let's move along to eyeliner. This eyeliner here, I also picked up in that Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. It is the Ulta Beauty brand, and it's called the Automatic Liner. Let's cross our fingers that I found my holy grail. I'm on the hunt to find a gel eyeliner that will do really well on the top portion of my waterline without transferring down. This tickles. It's a very fine point, and it's pointy because, hold on, it's tickling. Let me just rub it on the back of my hand to kind of dull it out. She's very black and it's very skinny, so I'm wondering if this is meant more to use not in the waterline, but that's where I'm gonna use it. All right, time will tell as I blink to see if it's gonna transfer down or not. The eyeliner I'm gonna be trying out today is from Eyeko London. It's the Liquid Eyeliner Black. Ooh, that's a thick felt tip. I'm speculating this maybe came in an Allure box, but don't quote me on that. All right, let's cross our fingers. I can get this to work. Is it dried out? I don't know how long I've had this. Take two. Oh, don't be dry. Why is it swatched on my back of my hand like beautifully, and then on my eyes it's dry and dragging. Okay, one eye down. Cross your fingers for eye number 2. To be fair, I don't know if it's the product or because I've had the product for God knows how long, probably a year plus, and it's maybe dried out a little. But I'm not a fan off of first impressions. Also, the felt tip is very thick, and I like a thinner line. But I've had worse. All right, I'm gonna go off camera, recurl my eyelashes, touch up my mascara, and then come back and do lips. All right, my eye look is now done. I am dying to try the lips products on because that lip oil has already disappeared. So if you saw my last Get Ready With Me where I used all Ipsy products, one of the products I talked about but didn't use is this one here from NATASHA DENONA. This here is the Lip Oh-phoria Gloss and Balm. And the only reason I didn't use it is the other shade I had selected went better with the eye look. So, which this one may not work as well, but we're going with it because I'm dying to give it a try. This does have a scent. It smells not like what you would think. It smells slightly minty. Ooh, that is very brown and not the vibe I was going for. I don't think it looks horrible with the eye look, but I know how we can fix that. By the way, not sticky. And the scent of mint, this may sound gross, but it's kind of clearing my sinuses a little, which I'm appreciating. It's not super strong, but I can, as I breathe in, notice the, I don't want to call it menthol, but the minty freshness of the lip gloss. All right, I got this quite some time ago. I got it in a trade haul I did with another viewer named Amber. And this here is from Jeffree Star. It's called The Gloss. In the bottle, it looks like it might have a slight pinky hue. So let's see. Wait, what does it smell like? Vanilla. So I may regret this because vanilla and mint combined, but let's see if it adds a little pink. Not really, but I've been wanting to try this on camera for quite some time. Very comfortable. Okay, so here's the final look. Glamour shot. Just kidding. But let me know, what do you think? Do you want me to zoom in or does that scare you? I know it scares me, but in case anyone's interested, I'll do a quick zoom. And let me know, have you tried any of these products? Are you like, girl, why are those new to you? I've had them for years. Or are you like me, where you just slowly acquire new products into your collection and then you buy something and then it just kind of sits there for a while and you're like, oh yeah, I really need to give that a try. Or is that just me? I'm fairly certain that's just me. All right, I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't done so by now, I would love if you would subscribe. For those who have, thank you so much. Remember to click that bell icon so you can be notified of future videos. If you could do me a huge favor, clicking the thumbs up really does help with my channel to grow. All right, thanks everyone.